Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Politics NY Meet the Candidates in 2022. I'm Jane Hanson, and we do 3 questions in 3 minutes. And today we are talking with Rana Abdelhamid, who is running for the 12th District Congressional Seat, which comprises part of the east side of Manhattan, a little bit of the West Village, a little bit of waterfront in Queens. And it's a seat that's been held by Carolyn Maloney for the past 30 or so years. Rana is she's 29 years old, and I am really curious about why someone your age will be taking on a candidate who's been there for so very long, a formidable candidate. What is behind all of this, Rana?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much for your time. I was born and raised in Queens. I've been organizing in my community since I was 14 years old. I witnessed my father lose his small business because of rising rent costs. I'm a survivor of a hate-based attack. And both of those experiences actually brought me to organizing at a young age. And over the past 30 years, unfortunately, I've seen changes with housing and the climate crisis and the reality of food insecurity and our healthcare crisis only continue to get worse and not necessarily improve. And unfortunately, we have had representation that has felt disconnected from communities across various parts of this district. And the grassroots campaign that we're building is really rooted in this vision for a more equitable, more just New York City. And New York is the place I love the most. So I feel really lucky to be fighting for home.
You are a graduate of Harvard's Kennedy School with a degree in public policy. I know you worked for Google, and you created this self-defense education group called Malika. You got a lot going on for a 29-year-old. I'm curious about, if you were to be elected, if you were to defeat Carolyn Maloney, what would you do first in Congress?
What I care a lot about, and the conversations I've been having with New Yorkers and with voters for the year and a half now that I've been running in this race, have really reminded me about the importance of fighting for more affordable housing in this city. The average rent increase in the city just since January has been close to 40%. It has become very difficult for working families to be able to feel like they could actually thrive and live here long term. And so fighting for national rent control, fighting for more deeply affordable units, fighting for funding for public housing. This district is home to the largest public housing unit in all of North America, are all priorities for me.
Well, that's a lot you're ready to take on. So tell us something about you that maybe most people don't know.
So usually when I get asked this question, I say that I have a black belt in karate. I'm a martial artist. I've been doing Shotokan karate since I was 7, and actually started training young girls in my neighborhood community as a teenager after I experienced that hate-based attack. And that work it's been incredible. It's taken me to so many communities. It's allowed me to meet so many women and survivors of various forms of both gender and hate-based violence. And I think this is really important to the work that I'm doing today, because it's allowed me to build empathy, build community across community lines, and actually really understand the urgency and need for us to fight for our collective safety.
Well, thank you very much, Ron. And if you were by chance to be elected, I suspect you would be, if not the youngest, certainly one of the youngest people ever elected to Congress. So good luck. Have
Thank
a
you
great
so
time on
much.
the campaign trail. And thanks for talking with us. And I'll see all of you next time.